Okay, YouTube, this is the 96 Blazer. That I promised from the last video. It has the 4.3 V6. It starts up if I put this battery, or it's on the other side. If I put this battery, it starts up right now. No joke. Like, it's really awesome. 300 bucks. So I got 300 bucks that I bought it. So I got a lot of money and play around with it, whatever I want to put into it. It's the 4-door. It's an LS. Blue interior, blue exterior. That's the only thing it has a rip, really. It just needs a clean. That rip over there, but I mean it's like clean. Like this whole interior just needs to be cleaned out. Nothing's broken. Everything works. All the lights work. Once I get the battery hooked up, currently has more than 250,000 miles. It is a 2-wheel drive, not a 4-wheel drive. Factory radio, AC. It might need a charge, but the fan works, but it makes some noise. Like I said, it just needs a really good clean. Yeah, a detail, which I could do for the channel as well. I got some starter fluid because it needs some help, especially in the cold. The gas, fuel pump and everything works. Even the gas gauge, it shows I have a quarter left. And Walmart has done an oil change a long time ago, and that's old. Like I said, I bought it from a guy that he picks up. He does wrecker, and I saw it there and asked him, hey, you gonna sell that? Like, what do you do to it? Well, here in Texas, if you have it more than 45 days, the wrecker service or whatever, the guy owns it by law. And I've been keeping it a while, and I was like, hey, I'll buy it for you. How much you want? He wanted 500 or 600. I was like, hell no, for a thing that doesn't even not even start. And I hooked up a battery and it starts up. So I was like, I'll give you 300. He's like, you can take it. There's a spare. The spare's on right now, but that's the original right there. All doors and windows, everything works. I just never had a Blazer like this before, so I don't know how this back door works with the key or anything. It might be broken or whatever. I don't know. The license plate, I don't even bother covering it up because that's old as hell. Quick walk around. Has a little tint to it. The only dings I see is right there in the door. The Blazer, that's cool. Right there in the bumper. Somebody tried to paint something because on the tire there's that, and the door right here is that, and that other ding here. So it ain't major. The top part needs a wash, and then maybe a little bit of paint. So what we're gonna do right now is get this Walmart cheap battery on there. I need to go get a core for it, get my $12 back. Put this sucker on there, Mexican rigged battery terminal, and it has the ground. Hook it up, get this thing started, and then I'm gonna do a coolant flush because that doesn't look good. And the reason I went and bought, and this is the stuff I bought: oil filter. I'm gonna do an oil change. I got oil for it. That's the part number. That's the Supertech 1600 for the air filter. 10 bucks for that stupid filter. It's ridiculous. I bought some flush cleaner, and I bought 100% coolant concentrate because I got water to mix it with. And with this stuff, I'm gonna mix this with pure water after I drain it. Run it for like 10 minutes, like it says or whatever. I'm gonna just run it for a while, and until it gets hot, drain it again. And might add another little bit of more water, who knows, because it has coolant in it, but it's just dirty and nasty. I'm just kind of cleaning all that. So after the first flush, it's clear, just a little bit murky. Just put in once this jug is gone, I mix 50 into this, pour some 50 into that. I got a gallon, the other 50 in this 50, make the whole other gallon. So I got 2 gallons. Always buy concentrate. If you know how to mix it, it's easy. Just mix half of a gallon of coolant and water. There you got a whole gallon. That was like almost 10 bucks. The 50-50 already mixed was 7 bucks, but you would have to buy 2 of those, and with this I got 2, so it's cheaper that way. It looks expensive, but it's cheaper that way. I got my tools, especially from the last video I made. I'm gonna get that uploaded, but I got the tools that I need. Really, I don't need much. Air filter, oil change, radiator flush, and battery, and this thing be running really good because I like it right. Like I said, that just doesn't look healthy. And the other thing is that I would have went with Dexcool, but this vehicle, you can't really tell, but for me, if I shine the light especially into it, it's a green, like it reflects a green. So they've been using that generic green stuff, so you don't want to mix Dexcool with the green stuff, and that's what happens most of the time, and it's been neglected. So I'm gonna just flush it out and put the Prestone, I mean the Supertech. I don't even know what color that is. Might be the yellow. Usually it'd be green, but who knows. Matter of fact, let's just open it up. Let's see what we get. Green. You don't see it, but I see it. It's green. Alright, so that answered the question. Most of the time there's sometimes yellow. Like the Service Pro, the universal for theirs is yellow. But yeah. Let me get all this set up and get ready to go. Be right back. Okay, got the battery hooked up with this, and then that was a little bit smaller, but I used the 15, nice and tight. They don't make no movement. It's just the rubber. The whole thing doesn't move. So hopefully this thing actually starts in the cold. See, we got power. Like I said, all the lights work. You just can't really see it. So much junk on this key deal. Oh, wrong key. My bad. The wrong key is this one. There we go. I do got some fuel. Come on, baby. Oh, so close. Let me close this door. There we go. Okay, so it's loud because the other downfall than the brakes and no battery is that it doesn't have a catalytic converter. They literally cut it off. So there's just the white pipe and then the straight pipe and then the pipe to the muffler. So they didn't take the rest. They just took the cat. So it's gonna be loud, but let's hopefully. I see. It almost wanted without the starting fluid. So close. Damn, so close. Oh my gosh. There we go. We got good oil pressure. You got some alternators charging. Fuel gauge. I need to put some fuel because I don't want to burn the pump out. And it's running high because of the no cat, obviously. And it's cold. So it's a cold start. And yes, she's loud. Straight pipe. No, I'm playing. Don't do it. Now that she fires up, the other thing I was gonna say is that there is water, obviously, it's nasty, and there's oil, both transmission and engine. So that's what I'm going to change. Now, I personally, as a mechanic and been taught and all that, don't change your transmission fluid unless it's been changed on a regular basis. But by the way this thing is in condition, I don't know. The transmission fluid is clean and smells good. It's like it's supposed to, like it's still the pinkish reddish. It ain't smell like burnt. And this thing drives. Like I said, no brakes. It's kind of spongy. Like right now, I can pump it. It gets hard, obviously, because no vacuum. But with this truck running, it's spongy. The e-brake is the only thing that works. That's why I have it on the e-brake. But the transmission, I wouldn't do it because of the mileage and if it's never been changed. But like I said, this fluid looks nice and reddish pink, like it's supposed to. So, and after I drove it for a little bit here in the little land that we own, I'm guessing they did at some point. But that's one way until we get it all fixed up and correct. I wouldn't be driving with the no cat, because for the simple fact they won't drive right and it sounds like shit. So now that she starts up and I can prove it to you, and there's oil pressure and everything works. So now it's just to change the coolant out, put the stuff in, and do the oil change and just have it running. And we just change it out and put the fluid in, and we'd be all right. Now we just got to do the brakes. So I'm gonna get on with that and get everything ready. It's real simple on these S10s. This one has the, excuse me, the wind noise down there. That's the low radiator hose. Underneath it somewhere is the petcock. Right there, you see that white underneath right there? That's the petcock. They're notorious for sometimes the leak after you unscrew it, and it might look like it's leaking. It looks wet, so the radiator might, oh wait, no, the thing was off. Okay, but see, there's the green, so it's been using the green stuff. I thought this thing was leaking. Ooh, I got scared. Okay, it wasn't. So I'll just take it off from the lower radiator hose and just drain it off that way. You can tell it's not really supposed to how it look like in there, but we're gonna radiator flush it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's usually these are 8s. My bad. That's an 8. Unplug it, drain it out, put a container, and then dispose of it. While it drains, I'll put some new oil in it. So that's gonna be fun. And do it right. So I'll be back after we do all the stuff. Alright, so I did the oil change. After all done everything with the fluids and all that, man, I'll just show you, because I do have everything. The oil's in. Put the AC Delco out, in as well. Need to do the air filter next. Right now I'm about to pour some water in. That's what the oil look like, and of course it's a Walmart oil change. That's the oil, and it's a Fram filter. It's okay-ish. The oil that was on the sticker said 520, but that just, it's a 530. And no, I did not use a Quaker State. This I just used for the measurement. It's a different special oil that we use here in our family for engines over 200,000 miles. And the only ingredient that I will say is Marvel Mystery Oil. But the oil that we put in is some other special mix, and it's a good oil. It has never let my dad or my brothers or myself down. And that's what I put in. So I own a 2002 GMC Sonoma, and it's the same odor, and it took 5 quarts. Usually it's 4.5, but because of the filter, it took the 5. So on this, it senses a 2-wheel drive, and the AC Delco filter is a little bit longer than the Fram piece of shit. I put the 5, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that," or whatever. But through my experience, it's 5. And I know in the book, I know for a fact, I think the book says 4.5, but from my experience, it's 5. So right now I'm just put this just one of this and a little bit of water and run it. And the water on this thing is disgusting. You can see the green, well, not in the camera, but for me, I see the green, especially when I shine the light. All that debris that's in there is already there before. The water itself is just like murky water. And I can smell the antifreeze, but it's just nasty. So put that back underneath. To take it out was an 8. Use my impact driver with a Harbor Freight wiggler, a Stanley, and then my Cornwell. So a mixture of everything. So I'm gonna pour this in. Usually they sell the stuff they put on the radiators, but since these trucks that is an angle. Imagine having the thing that goes around it so you don't spill water and stuff for this type of jobs. I can just imagine, because we have one at work, and just to put all that facing that way, all that weight on this old plastic, I don't trust it. So doing it the old-fashioned way. So we got that right there. And like I said, that's the filter number for these, for 4-wheel drive and the 2-wheel drive. For the 96. That's the oil filter wrench. And the drain the oil was a number 15. Right there, number 15. And then I torqued it. I'm gonna put the water in now. And once the water is up to here, run it, start it, run it, and pour some water in there too. Get all that cleaned up. And then after that, drain it and just pour the coolant. Because I'm just gonna run it for, it says run it for 10 minutes, but I might run it for a while. I do need to get some gas. I think we have some extra gas here, just to give some more gas. Might put some injector cleaner or whatever, clean the lines, the injectors. Man, more. We're getting this little bit by little. I'm gonna put the water in, and I'm gonna start it up in a while. Okay. Put it in the water. Topped it off. It didn't take much. It's a small little radiator. And now we're gonna start it and run it. It's gonna be loud, so I'm gonna just keep an eye on it. I don't think y'all want to hear a loud exhaust. Some of you will be like, "Yeah, straight pipe," but here we go. Come on, baby. Woo! She's trying. I'll just keep an eye on it. It's the bottle, just follow the instructions. It says 10 minutes, but I'm gonna let it run for a while. Let everything go circulate and clean. But need to get some gas in this thing. I don't want to burn the fuel pump. But other than that, I'll be right back with this. But yeah, she starts up. I need to fix that noise. I need to put a catalytic converter or just put a piece of pipe. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna just check on it, and after that, I'll just give you an update on it. So once again, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm letting it run. It's been more than 10 minutes, but I let it run. And the first time I had running for a while, this gauge was scaring me. It was going almost to past the 210 into that mark right there, and I was like, okay, hold on. So I turned off the truck. I checked if it was actually hot, and it was still cold. And I was like, well, hell. And I took off the radiator cap slowly, and there was some pressure, and the water was like lukewarm. And I was like, and I topped it off a little bit of water, and then I started messing with the hoses, and man, all I hear is a big nice crunch, just satisfying. But that's like, wow, so this system is clogged. And letting the system run, that radiator might be plugged by now, but at least that coolant flush is gonna clean up most of the engine and whatever. So at some point this might need a radiator, but right now it's going down, and I had the heater on with the fan, which makes that sound. But I had it running for a while, so now it blows a little bit warmish, but not hot. So I might do radiator, water pump, and thermostat. Maybe. It depends. But everything's running fine. It's at idle. And, shoot, we got it all good. The only thing I noticed is I'll try to plug in my scanner. And the OBD2 port's down here. And it's 96, so OBD2 were on these trucks. And nothing. I got no power. It might be my scanner, but I'll bring the snap-on one and see what it does. But it's running, so I'm gonna let it run for a while and just have it do its thing. I'll come back with another update on it. Okay, after our lunch break and came back, I drained out what was in there and replaced it with fresh antifreeze. I mixed it already. Put that back on there. This will be the last part of the update. Next video will be doing the brakes. Yeah, that's the water that came out. A little bit darker at first, and then it started clearing up to water, like the fresh water, but with a little bit of that murky stuff. I topped it off with some antifreeze, mixed 50-50. I mixed it, and then I pour the rest in here. It's right about there. Run it for a while, and then if it needs more, I pour in some more. I just don't like how, you know, you open it up, it still looks like crap, but it started running better, smoother. The temperature gauge actually went to where it's supposed to be, so that will be it for this video. Just that 8, keep pulling it off, put it back on until it was all, you know, coming out how it's supposed to. Next thing I would do off camera would be the air filter, and after we do that, that'll be done. And I gotta go to Walmart, take that a cooler battery. I'm gonna take that one over there. Everstart? Yeah, I'm gonna take an old Everstart battery over there, get my $12 back. And next video would be the brakes. Hopefully, yeah, we'll get that done. Well, I appreciate it, and we will see you on the next episode.